Hey BFFs, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Miss Shalita Maxine, and you are officially a BFF, and I am officially a hot mess. I'm coming to you guys straight out of work, apparently. For those of you who don't know, or you should know at least by now, because I mention it in almost every video, I am a carrier, and I just wanted to get on camera to... Today's actually an okay day. You know, it wasn't a bad day. I've had worse days. It wasn't too bad. Like, I was talking to someone that I'm getting to know, and she's such a sweetheart. A client that is potentially turned into a friend. She watches, so hey boo. But she sent me something because we both do the same job. We both have the same stresses and complaints. And she sent me something that, because we keep talking about how we need to chase our dreams and how this job just doesn't allow us to really, chase our dreams. I watched the video on why you should quit your job. I'm not really sure of his name, but I will definitely leave his video in the description box. This really made me think about my life, and I've been working since I was 16. Thankfully I have been working since I was 16. I was telling her, like, I haven't been without a job for 2 days. I've been working consistently. A lot of you know makeup is my passion. That's my baby. And this job is getting worse. It's getting worse. And, it has afforded me certain luxuries and opportunities financially. But on a mental and physical aspect, I'm deteriorating. Just over this past week, I see so many of the people in my community, my makeup community, who are quitting their jobs and chasing their dreams, and I wish I had that courage to do that. I'm so afraid of, like, I grew up in a single family home. My dad has always been in my life, but unfortunately him and my mom, they split when I was 2. I've watched her work countless jobs. I've watched her work a job in the daytime, drop us off, go to work, pick us up, take us home, go to work. Like, I've watched her work religiously, and I always aspire. And when I was younger, I never knew that we were struggling. I never knew that. You know what I mean? Because she never presented that to us. She was and still is the most amazing idol, most amazing figure, the most amazing example of true strength. And, I knew that I never wanted to struggle. And as I got older, I learned that we were struggling. She made it look so effortless, and I appreciated that. I say all of that to say, I'm grateful, but I hate waking up in the morning, going to a job that does not fulfill me. We only get one time to do this life thing. That's it. We get one time to do this thing called life, and I don't want to continue working for a job that doesn't make me happy, that doesn't fulfill me, and tears me down, and just makes me, I cry. I cry because I can't, and it hurts me because I had to completely close down the month of July, the month of August. I had to close down that month to do makeup because this job drains me, and I just physically cannot do both. And I hate that I have to hinder my process and neglect my dream to go chase after somebody else's. Like, that bothers me. The video that I watched, he brought up a point. He said, we work, you cannot just, you wasn't born to work and die. You wasn't. You were born to thrive. And when you have children, do you want your children to see you working 9 to 5 or however many hours a day to come home and be exhausted and not really seem happy? And no, I don't want that. I want my future children to look at me and say, my mom is doing something that makes her happy. And I want to inspire my future children to do the same. I want them to go after their dreams, and I know that my mom wants me to go after mine, and I don't even know what to say. This cannot just be it. You know, like my aunt, who I lost 2 years ago, she worked for the post office for so many years. I don't even know the exact number, but she retired, and she passed away a few months after she retired. It's like, you work all these years to build this pension, and you can't even enjoy it because it drains you so much. I hear countless stories about people that work all their lives to finally retire and they can't even really enjoy the fruit of their loins because they are physically drained. They work 35 years to essentially go home to die. And I had said to her, first of all, I thanked her for even bringing that video to my attention, but I also said to her that this post office, if I were to drop dead tomorrow, God forbid, this post office would post a copy of my obituary on the time clock and put an application, an open application out on the website to replace me. And that pains me. And not to say that, oh, I'm high and mighty and I should be way more important and all this other nonsense. Not to say that, but I want to do something where people are actually going to, God forbid, if anything were to happen, at least I could say I did what made me happy. At least people could say she lived her life the way that fulfilled her. When she went home and she went to bed at night, she was happy. Not complacent, but happy. She was blissful. Like, I don't want to be that 50 or 60-year-old that said, I wish I would have chased my dreams. I wish I would have did what made me happy. I don't want to be that person. And I love makeup. I love makeup. I love being the ear. I love to see the faces when I make these women feel beautiful. Like, when I see these women that come to me for their baby showers and their birthdays and their weddings, like, the fact that people trust me with something so special to them, and then they're so happy when they see it. It just fills my heart up. Like, I seriously get overwhelmed with emotion because it means so much to me. And that's what I want to put out into the universe. And that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. I just want to make people happy, and I want to make people feel beautiful. I want to help in that process. And doing makeup does that for me. Doing makeup does that for me. I meet so many different people, and I form these relationships and these bonding moments with these strangers, like, and I connect with them on a whole nother level, and it fills me up inside. It really does. And watching that video truly made me feel like, what am I doing? Like, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to God for giving me this, blessing me with this job, because it is a blessing. It is. You know, I'm able to provide. I'm able to feed myself, and hopefully, if, you know, God forbid, if my mom ever needs anything, I got her. You know, like, it has given me that opportunity. But on the flip side, it's like, but it's taken away so much time. It's like, this job I couldn't make, another family member passed away, and they wouldn't even give me that day to mourn with my family, to grieve. They wouldn't even give me that day. I literally had to beg my supervisor to please just drive past it so I can pay my respects. And it's sad. And now, when I first started, I was in such fear of losing my job because everybody kept telling me what a great job this was, that instead of listening to my moral compass, I did as I was told. And when they said no, in my heart, I knew it wasn't right, but I just knew I had to do anything. And thankfully, my supervisor at that time let me at least just stop by for a couple of minutes, but I couldn't even sit with my mom and my brother to grieve with my family and just to be there for them. And when I think about all the things this job has taken away from me, when it comes to that, it's like, is everything else worth it? Like, yeah, I drive a nice car. I live okay. I'm pretty comfortable. But is it worth it? Is it worth what it takes away from me? It doesn't even fulfill me. I know if I was in business for myself, God forbid, if I ever had a situation like that, I can say to myself, I can't do any clients today. And I'll be okay. And I won't face any penalty. And I don't have to be in fear of losing a client because my clients will understand. These jobs, they don't understand. They forget that we're human. They forget that we get sick. They forget that we can't make it back at a certain time, that things happen, that we're imperfect. They forget that. And every day I'm like, I wake up and I wish, you guys don't understand how many times I wake up and wish that my supervisor would be like, you know what, you could just stay home today. Like, I wish, every day I wish that, but just so I don't have to be there because it just drains me so much. And I don't even have no tissue. Oh God. But anyway, this job, I'm thankful for it. But I watching that video today really made me understand, like, I don't get a second chance. We don't get do-overs. And I have to make myself happy. I don't make myself happy at this job. I'm not happy. I have my good days, but I'm not happy. I'm not complete. And I seriously have to evaluate the decisions that I make financially. I have to evaluate the decisions that I make physically. And now that I'm getting married, I have to, I have to consider what Chow is thinking and how Chow feels about certain situations. Even Chow, like, he deals with his own stress. I'm not here to talk about that, but everybody tells me to chase my dreams, and I'm just in so much fear of struggling that I would just be like, I gotta work. I gotta work. Even when I'm sick, I come to work because I'm in such fear of struggling. And I know this is a common fear with a lot of people that feel like they gotta work to survive, and which is true. My passion fortunately gives me compensation. I do get paid for doing something I love, and at the end of the day, that's the moral of this story. I want to do something that I love to do. And if that means taking a leap out on faith and just believing in myself, I have to believe in myself. I have to believe that I'm going to succeed. I have to believe that I won't fail. I have to invest in myself and believe in myself. And that's what I'm going to do. It was such a powerful, feeling. Something overcame me, and I just said, I gotta get on film and just tell these people how I feel, because if I can somehow be an inspiration to you guys, I will. And if you're battling, and I will say that I'm home already, but if you're battling with, let me park, hold on, wait a second. If you are faced with the harsh reality that you regret your Monday mornings. See, me, I regret Monday through Saturday. I work 5 days a week, but sometimes 6. But anyway, if you're faced with this reality that, like, you're not happy, you're not complete, the job that you're doing, everybody wants you to be so thankful and grateful and you better be lucky. A lot of people ain't got a job. A lot of people wish they had a job. True. I will never negate that. I am very grateful that God has blessed me with a job. Okay? But this is not, I don't want my children to watch me hate Mondays. Like, I want my children to be like, yeah, my mom's a makeup artist, or my mom's this, that. Like, you want your children to see you happy because it makes them happy. And even though a lot of people think that, and even me, like, when I was a kid, I didn't know that we were struggling because my mom did her best, but I did see her going to work and not really having time for herself and being sleepy. I did see that. You know what I mean? Children are not as oblivious as we like to think they are. But the point that I'm making is, I have to start living for what makes me happy. And if all other elements of my life is, catching up to my standard, what I spend most of my time doing, which is working, has to make me happy. It has to make me happy. And working this job, it does not make me happy. I'm not happy. But that was my rant. That was my ride home rant. I got to make a decision. Because I don't get a second go at life. I don't. So, yeah. I hope y'all have a great Friday, a great rest of the weekend. I'm going to try to post. I got a couple clients this weekend. Maybe I'll try to get a video in to let y'all know how I'm doing. I'm actually going to go upstairs, eat, probably cry a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I feel like I came to a revelation. And it's so powerful right now. I feel like I can do anything. And so I'm going to cry happy tears, I promise. But if you guys stuck with me this long, I appreciate you. If you guys, if I made y'all tear up a little bit, I'm sorry. We BFFs, so we gotta cry sometimes. I will catch you guys in my next video. And, I'll see you later, BFFs.